Hi everyone. I hope you all had a somewhat decent break. I hope you are all safe and healthy. We are going to pick right back up where we left off before break. We talked about hunger drive and the biological needs that we have. For example, eating, drinking, breathing. We talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which went from the more basic needs like the physiological and the safety needs all the way up to self-actualization. So we are going to be talking about the psychological needs today. So this is section 3 of chapter 13. You will be getting a quiz after we're totally finished with the psychological needs. So not next class, but the following class. Don't worry, I will make sure that I let you guys know before the quiz. So essentially, we are going to be talking about stimulus motives. So, stimulus, like we talked about, I think in a previous chapter, a stimulus is something that you react to. And we as humans have a desire for stimulation. For example, we have a desire for sensory stimulation. So that could be sights, sounds, taste, smell, touch. We enjoy activity, we enjoy exploration and manipulation of environment. So these people are more likely to survive. So when we're talking about survival of the fittest or Darwin's natural selection, learning about your environment makes you more likely to survive because you are kind of used to it. You know where the safe spots are. You know where not to go, where might danger be. So, knowing about your environment, taking in all of that stimulation with your senses, exploring your environment makes you more likely to survive. Sensory deprivation is depriving yourself of senses or the absence of stimulation. Now, this is what your assignment is going to be on today. So, at McGill University, students participated in a sensory deprivation experiment. So, they were blindfolded, bandaged to prevent tactile sensations, and placed in a small room on a bed. So, they couldn't hear anything, they couldn't see anything, they couldn't touch anything, they probably couldn't smell anything, and they just left them there. And they waited and watched to see what would happen. So basically, the results showed that the participants got bored, irritable, which means that they got annoyed and kind of cranky. Some of them hallucinated, and many quit the experiment within one day. They just couldn't take it anymore. Now, it might seem easy to kind of just lay in bed and not hear anything, not see anything. But when you're in that state of complete darkness, complete silence, it could be very grating on a person's psyche. Now, this YouTube video down here, I am not going to play it right now because the screencast will not pick up the audio, but I am going to be tagging it in the post for the assignment, and you must watch that video. There's also another video that I will be posting as well. So, some people in our society are known as sensation seekers. So, every human has the urge to kind of seek stimuli. However, some are more heightened, if that makes sense. So, these people are more active. They enjoy sports, they enjoy being outdoors, they enjoy riding bikes and doing things that might be risky to other people, risk taking, like maybe even jumping out of a plane, skydiving, bungee jumping. And this could possibly be due to personal experience, such as your upbringing. So maybe these quote unquote sensation seekers are brought up in a household that kind of fosters that sensation seeking mentality. But we're not really completely sure why some people are just more active than others. So, what about you guys? Do you seek high levels of sensation or do you prefer low levels? Me personally, I prefer more of a low level of sensation. I am just fine kind of curling up with a book and reading or, going for a little walk outside. I am not going to be the person who is on a motorcycle or jumping out of a plane. It's not me, but if that's you, that's perfectly fine. So, exploration and manipulation. People are motivated to explore their surroundings, as are other animals. So we do seek novel stimulation, like new and varied experiences. Novel means things that are new, things that are interesting, kind of just that new shiny thing. So we are definitely more inclined to seek that kind of stimulation. For example, playing with new gadgets and discovering interesting and new activities. These gadgets that are included in this slide are quite old, but that just kind of goes to show how quickly we tire of things. And that's how these big technology companies make so much money. They're constantly putting out all of these new devices for us to kind of play around with. We all need to have the latest iPhone or the new MacBook or stuff like that. So these companies really do play into these sensation seeking, novel stimulating kind of people that we are as a society, particularly in the United States. So, achievement motivation. This is something that I hope all of you guys have. I certainly have it. And it's the desire to persevere with work and to avoid distraction in order to reach personal goals. So these people strive to earn high grades, they want to do really well in their job, they're more likely to earn promotions in their careers, and they are just really motivated to achieve and to accomplish their goals. So these goals could be split into two different types. So we have performance goals, which are specific goals such as gaining admission to college, earning the approval of parents or teachers, and learning goals, which are motivated to achievements that are motivated by the desire to enhance one's knowledge and skills. So you're actually always kind of learning something new. The learning goals are certainly more broad and general, whereas the performance goals are quite specific. So you're setting a goal and you're trying to reach it. These performance goals could be either extrinsic or intrinsic. Extrinsic means outside of yourself. So things that you may be rewarded for by someone else or um, from an establishment or something. You're getting kind of recognition that's extrinsic outside of yourself. So, for example, good grades, good income, respect from others, those are all extrinsic rewards. They're things that are kind of given to you, like kind of a pat on the back. Trophies are extrinsic rewards. Whereas intrinsic rewards come from you, yourself, your inner kind of achievement or your inner satisfaction. Intrinsic rewards are the good feeling that you get about yourself when you do something well or when you achieve a goal. So, for example, you study for a test, you really, really want to get an A, and you take the test and your test comes back and you got an A plus. The A plus itself is an extrinsic reward. If you're in my class, you will get a sticker. That's also an extrinsic reward. But your satisfaction and your pride and just being happy that you got that A plus is your intrinsic reward, comes from inside. So, developing this achievement motivation kind of comes from parents. When you're very young, parents set these performance goals and reward you or punish you depending on your behavior. So if you do something good, you will get a toy, money, maybe even just like some praise. But if you do something bad, you will be punished. And this goes back to our reinforcement, our positive reinforcement, positive punishment, negative reinforcement. So, in that reinforcement, you are also kind of shaping the achievement motivation of your child, which will stay with him or her for the rest of their lives. So, we are going to continue on this tomorrow, so don't worry about this now. You guys have an assignment to do about sensory deprivation. Make sure that you watch both of those videos, and I look forward to teaching you guys next time. Okay? Have a great day.